paid to Turnpike, there's nothing that comes in, or other than resident donations and the town, they offset the costs. And they pay for all the training, the fire company pays for all the training, the fire members, it pays for the maintenance of the fire trucks, the town has paid for the maintenance of the fire trucks, the fire company pays for that out of their operating expenses. Gear is paid for by the fire company. A lot of the maintenance of the firehouse is covered by the fire company.
I don't know if I have the page, I must be in the wrong place then.
You want to go to,
You go under public safety, you're looking for the backup sheet.
I'm there, and I've got first aid.
First aid, keep going.
Next page.
Okay.
Fire.
Fire is
Are you looking for
35,000.
fire? Fire or fire company? Which one are you looking for?
Fire.
Fire, no, fire company is 90,000, 55,000 of it we take out of the fire official budget, because his expenses aren't near his fees, and 35,000 I take out of the fire company.
I see.
line. Fire, if you keep going past fire company and first aid, you'll see fire, and that's for the fire hydrants.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yep.
originally.
So wait, fire hydrants, cost $150,000 a year on fire hydrants.
That's what I would like to know, because
I don't know if that's the cost.
because if we're paying that much money to American Water for the maintenance of the fire company.
We'll do it ourselves.
Fire hydrant, well, we don't do all the liability because we don't own it,
Okay.
but we need to hold them accountable for more fire hydrant inspections because,
plus you.
Yes, it's to New Jersey American Water.
yeah, so
It's
we,
$12,184.48 every month.
yeah.
It's
And
for
we're
all
not,
fire
How
hydrants.
we're
many
not,
fire hydrants do we have in this town?
we have put it
We
there.
have quite a few.
Is it worth 12,000 a month?
We don't have a.
I don't, we don't have a choice, American Water dictates what it is, but my own person, this is strictly my personal view, not anything related to the fire
Yeah,
company.
that's fine.
We're not getting the services out of this that we need.
What services would we?
They need that, the
Like,
fire.
yeah, that's a hydrant, and you move on.
That's kind of, I
It's
mean,
red.
Yeah, it's a red hydrant.
we laugh, but that's, my own view is that that's basically what we're getting for the 160,000, but they should be going in, they should be pulling the caps off, they should be running the hydrants on a regular basis. Making sure that if the caps are, because God forbid, you go, you turn the thing off, you didn't check the side of the fire hydrant, the water pressure is so great, if it blows off, I mean, you could, if YouTube, all you do is look at YouTube videos, and you can see people, shattering kneecaps and legs because the stuff hasn't been properly maintained.
When they come in and do their inspections, do we get any kind of report to these?
I don't know, I have to ask Jared, because he handles the fire hydrants.
I mean, I know some other towns where it's not American Water, but it's their own water authority. All the hydrants are inspected on a quarterly basis because they feel that that's best practice. I think we're inspected annually or maybe every 6 months, but it's not, for 160, my own view is for 161,000, which is what they're mandating, we need better accounting from them.
So we don't have the choice, so let's give Jerry 50 grand a year to inspect these things? You have to have a water company inspect?
Yeah, because they own it, so if
Yeah,
Jerry goes out
they
and
run the
he
water through it.
breaks a fire hydrant,
Yeah.
there's a big,
So,
Yeah.
and the fire company, it can't go out and test the hydrants, they're not allowed to either.
so you'll investigate and understand what's going on.
Yeah, I'll ask
So
Jared, but, yeah.
if you report back to us at the next national meeting or something, that'd be great. My suspicion is this is governed under the Board of Utilities, it's
Yeah.
all fixed state, pushed down, but are we getting everything we're supposed to?
Well,
And we
right,
just, I think we'll
that's
understand
something,
that.
yeah, that Jerry can talk to the water company about, if we feel or not, but we still have the budget for it, unfortunately.
So that number really shouts out.
Yeah.
And now that you're saying that, I did put a line item in for incentives for the fire company, $10,000. It's in the same budget.
So let me go back to the audience, but I can tell you that the numbers here, 35,000, come nowhere near what the operating is for the fire company. And they don't have, we can do what they do in Tennessee, which is to tell
Well, we
them.
give them 90, we give them 90.
Yeah, but it still doesn't come anywhere near what they're.
Before you lobby for the fire, depends on what
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, from a thing here, it doesn't cover, but I don't know if anybody in New Jersey's done it, but I know other states are now saying, because the cost is getting prohibitive for fire, and thankfully we don't have a big fire company, they're saying to residents, if you want us to cover your house as a town, here's your assessment for fire company aid. So that, just because the cost of the fire on a national level is such a expensive thing.
Well, what would help is if the fire company came in with a full accounting for 1%. There must be a budget.
They used to bring one every year by the time, but nobody bothered to look at it or even talk about it. They just said, gave them the maps, and so they stopped doing it, yes.
Yeah, well, there's an accounting, the fire company has an accountant that's in New Orleans to try to read this together. But I guess the view was from the township committee, one is $90,000 is a lot less than the fire district. And two, without that $90,000, the fire company can't operate.
Right.
So, you know, but then,
And can I just say one thing, we're talking about giving them incentives, but then if we cut their contribution,
I mean,
We're just looking at it all. We're just
Yeah.
looking at it.
I mean, then I think that's really gonna upset them.
What are we talking about? Contributions?
No, I'm saying if we were gonna cut the 90,000,
No.
Yeah.
I don't.
We just
We'll
wanna-
just say Dan wanted it. and-
I never said
no,
that.
I didn't say Dan.
There's a field fire
For the record, I never said cut the fire budget. No, just Jay had brought up a point of, 90,000 doesn't really cover. I'm curious to know what the heck, I don't even know what you guys spend money on. So, yeah, I'd like to know someday, that's all.
Yeah, the big expenses are the maintenance of the vehicles, the maintenance of the equipment, because there's the National Fire, the NFPS, National Fire, requires ladders to be inspected so often, hoses be inspected so often, and there's contracts that have to go out to those individuals to come in and inspect everything. The maintenance of the fire trucks is borne by the fire company, so they, if something goes on with the transmission or, there has to be issues there. The phone is all paid for by the fire company. So all that goes into the operating of and then the equipment. So new turnout gear is $2,000 for a new set of turnout gear, and that has to be done every so often. I think it's off the top of my head, every 5 years, every 10 years, new gear has to be purchased. And because people join at different times, there's different rotations on that. So.
But so is there, it never runs at a profit or surplus then?
No, not as far, no, I mean, so many guys when he's $1 million donation, that's a bequeath, but yeah, so they're very, very tight with the budget, especially now with donations being down.
But they do have a budget, which is that they just don't.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, they have to
So,
govern it.
once again, as a liaison to the fire department, I need to go see that.
Okay.
Right? So
Fair
I will do that.
Sounds good.
Okay?
If mine
No,
is,
this
so
is-
I'm.
This is kind of off the subject, but since we're talking about operating budget, one of the things that you guys told me last year, when I was the liaison, that astonished me is that apparently when one of those fire trucks needs an oil change, they don't take it someplace. A guy comes in from someplace, and he does it. It takes most of the day, it costs $2,000
For no
for an oil change.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my reason for bringing it up, I'm not questioning, I know the expenses are there. Knowledge is important to help people understand really what it costs to operate a volunteer fire department.
So someone asks us, we know the
Right,
answer.
yeah, so hey, $2,000 for an oil change, because it's so specialized. People, once we give that information, then they calm down a lot with what we give the fire department when they have to voice it back out, that's all.
Yep.
So are we at the max of what we can do, right? Okay.
Yeah, and that's actually the concern, because what happens if donations continue the downward trend, and now you're at the max, and that's, it's not just Cranberry, it's the state overall, because Cranberry, we're lucky, we have a lot of residents that are committed to the volunteers, and, if they don't volunteer, they can write a check, and they feel comfortable writing a check. But there's a lot of towns out there that are not as affluent as Cranberry, that are only existing because they have a volunteers fire company. And then what happens to those towns?
Well, we decided in the budget now that we're approving it, or?
I think we leave it in for now.
Yeah, I mean, we still have that, the other discussion is the 10,000 incentive that you have on here, right?
Right, I have it in here.
But we're not approving that at this point, right? But it's the 90,000 we're approving, or you want, Susan, you wanted to do more research?
Well, I'm okay with the 90, I think
Oh,
we
me
need to
too,
understand
yeah.
everything.
Okay.
No, that's, absolutely. So I think the only thing we're questioning,
We'll probably speak to them before we adopt So we'll look better.
So,
Yeah.
so the only thing we're holding is the 10,000 incentive. Right, we're gonna hold that to the
Because we need
side.
a work session.
Right. Got
Okay,
it.
okay.
But we wanted to see where this all came out before we had that session.
So we can move on to the next subject, though?
Yep.
Okay.
Then you can come back in. Public Works?
Okay, public works, so,
Actually, Denise, I just had a question. Why isn't fire hydrants under public works? It used to, I thought it used to be.
what?
I thought fire hydrants used to be under public works.
No, they're in a separate fire budget. I just stuck them with public safety because they kind of go along with it. But doesn't matter where they are in the book.
No, I just thought there was always a water line and the fire hydrants were already the water line.
No, fire's separate from the water. Okay, so public works. So roads, you'll see an increase. That is for the, part of that is for the parking lease. Actually, there were decreases in some line items, and then the parking lease is about $7,000, so that increased the roads budget. I put it in roads, because that goes with all the other parking.
Where'd that parking lease go?
That's what I do with that.
By the way, people are asking me when we can start parking there.
They have to make the changes to the parking lot first, and signs have to be put up. The Wits have been out of town, we're gonna get together
Might be
with them in
springtime, right?
February, springtime probably,
We're gonna road cut it.
Because people are sitting there and said, the town approved this, so why can't I?
We did, they still have to make changes to the parking lot, construction wise.
How many signage?
Shade Tree. Shade Tree has asked for more money for trees, not Jerry. The Shade Tree Commission has asked for more money for trees.
Oh, wow.
I have a question on that, because I noticed in there they asked for containers for the dam, right? That's one of the things they're asking for.
Is that their 10,000? Tree planting, horticultural material, including planters at dam. Yes.
Yes, the dam. I believe that my understanding of that, and I have spoken to them, but is that there is going to be that area on the dam where you can't plant trees because of its spillway, so they wanted to put planters to sort of fill that in. But I've already had several conversations with the Women's Club, and there is an interest on their part to donating those kinds of things for beautification. I'm not sure we want to put the money in the budget for that until we examine other options for.
That's fine, and we thought you were probably gonna take
That
that.
shouldn't be operating anyway.
I thought.
Yeah, if we were gonna do it, we would, you know.
I think there's definitely an opportunity there for either people to sponsor one or,
Absolutely.
donate
We
one.
need to see what it's gonna look like.
I mean, shade tree people, maybe they can be part of, or the beautification, part of deciding on its design. But I don't see why we want to keep that budget.
And to your point,
Is that okay?
that doesn't need to be decided now. Yeah, that's something, when the work's done.
When the work's done,
When
yeah,
is
for next
it
year.
gonna be done?
We have, we're on day 74 of 300, so, but
I
they.
guess we're not putting these trees in plant out this year anyway.
No. At the earliest, 5
We figured it
We
was
found
coming out.
something to take out.
Just as an FYI, just because we're talking shade tree, it's nothing to do with the budget, I just wanted to call it out to the township committee. I've had a number of people ask me whether the township committee, as part of the maintenance code, would have a discussion about dangerous trees in neighbors' yards, because people don't want to spend money.
And we're not gonna get into
You can't talk about it, it's not on the agenda. You have to have it in the meeting.
Well, do we have budget money for normal public trees over here, right?
Yes, for removing pruning, yes.
I think that's a neighbor issue.
Yeah.
So are you deleting that
All tree
$8,000?
lighting, we
Ten,
can
it's
have that
10,000.
as per request of residents.
Yeah,
So
you're
we're
not,
going
don't
back
worry
to-
about it. I got the money part down. It's
Okay,
10.
okay.
They
How
asked-
much is in for the tree removal?
They asked for 10,000 for what?
For tree
No,
removal?
for the.
No, 30,000 for tree removal. That's what
Oh.
Jerry always asks for, and that's what he spends.
I thought it was 40, is it now?
No, 30.
No, it's 30.
30, it's been 30, 2011, 12, 13, and 30.
What's the-
And we run out of by September every year, right? Well, I'm not saying that right now, but that is a growing concern. I know there's a dead one, there's more dead, not than alive, but there's more than there were the last few years. Okay.
So we were talking about garbage and trash. Is that-
We're not going to it down.
Garbage is down, recycling's up a bit.
Well, the question I had is, did we get Linda, as opposed to doing we did a, a town-wide pickup on certain days, as opposed to the 2 cleanup days where there'd be a cost savings there? Because the sentiment is that for people is that because we have it on 2 specific weekends, people tend to dump a lot more out there and get rid of a lot more garbage.
And according to Jerry, when I talked to him about it, he doesn't feel it saves much at all. Because people will just save it all up and bring it on that one date instead of splitting it into the 2 times. And he said, and then it's gonna be more dumpsters out there and more personnel, more hours.
No. Whether you do like a quarterly, you contract with a company to do a quarterly run through town, as opposed to doing a curbside. Because there's a lot of residents that feel that when you have the dumpsters out there, a lot of construction stuff that people may have done, projects and stuff, that a lot of people sit there with bigger goods that they save up during the course of the year and dump out. Whereas if they have.
That's the idea, though. It's exactly the idea.
I think curbside's gonna be more expensive.
We have.
Well, I think someone did an RFP not too long ago, and that was gonna be included too. I don't think anybody could agree on
He's still snorting from that, isn't he?
Yeah, it's like, anyway, but I mean, that's the thing, it would be interesting to find
I
out.
think curbside would be more expensive because they usually do it based on the amount of households you have. They don't do it based on what houses they go to and pick it up.
Right.
Yeah.
They do it on a quarterly basis, and so then everyone's paying for those who,
And we have a white goods pickup already, don't we? Like, like a.
and then people pay
Yes.
that $10.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that-
Yeah.
because just the view is talking to some people is that we get a lot of extra tonnage that we might not, and because you pay by the dumpster, you pay by the weight on the cleanup weekends.
Like Jerry could probably give a good idea of how much is non-appropriate waste, because he can say, I guess, deny garbage too.
But if you did it quarterly, or you did it then, you still have the same.
Still the same amount of
It's all the
stuff.
same stuff.
Yeah,
And curbside is sitting out front, and people don't always follow the rules, and then they put it out there sometimes a week before, and that was a concern.
Well, that is one of the nice things about Cranberry, having lived in other towns, is we don't have a lot of stuff always sitting out on the curbs.
Well, one of the things they said during that RFP was they had townships that someone would cut up a car and just leave it at the curb, and you had to restrict what you could.
And honestly, when I'm accumulating all of my junk in my basement, I think, wouldn't it be nice if Cranberry picked up curbside, I could just throw it out there, but it does, yeah.
It'll change this town drastically, it's awesome.
yeah, you wouldn't want to do it, once a month or stuff like that.
But we've watched how people pay attention to not putting your shrubs out except for the weekend before the pickup, and how difficult that is to enforce. They've maybe seen the same thing.
And then again, Jerry can reject types of garbage, if it's not
Yeah.
a certain class, you can say, take it, or get out of here.
If you got,
Or if they don't have a
barrel
permit for
with the
compliance.
toxic X on it, you shouldn't be taking it.
Okay, so
Buildings and grounds, there is an increase, there was an increase in the cleaning contract, the porta-john rates went up, and there's also an increase in there for the generator. The generator that we're having put into the town hall has to be serviced quarterly or monthly, and there's a cost for that. So
that's what's going on across the way here.
So, the cleaning contract, does that include the police? Is it the same that clean here? I got some feedback that was not so good about the cleaning
I
service.
heard.
So,
We've told them, and they clean better. Ricky said, they clean like all the other cleaning services clean. They come in, they clean the toilets, throw stuff in the shower. It's not, like how you clean at your house.
It's not white glove.
I just heard from the guys that it was really bad,
yeah.
like they were missing garbage pails and
They were missing garbage pails?
yeah,
So that-
they weren't pulling bags, and the guys, a couple of them had pulled me aside and go, it's more of, we feel bad that the town's paying for this service, not getting the level of
Yeah.
service. And that was
Yeah.
one of their concerns.
No, sometimes it's like the cleaning people you have at home. You leave them alone for so long, and then they start not to do the
Well, is it
great
time
job.
I wouldn't know, I can't
Is it
afford
time to
it.
revisit the service?
They get comfortable, that's what
Is it
happens.
time to revisit that
And
service?
they get.
We just redid their contract.
For how long?
Probably another year, I'm guessing. I'd have to check with Aaron.
Okay.
another voice.
So,
Yeah, no,
Why don't you
yeah, I've
let,
heard
can
the
you let
same.
them know that
yes,
there's
they need to
dissatisfaction?
be, yes, they need to be told, yes.
So let the police.
Exactly, like the showers, I even heard that they in the shower after literally shift
Yes.
during the summer, that the showers are really.
Yes, and we leave
And I'm
them,
sitting,
we leave them notes here, like in the bathroom. Get in and do this, and then they do it. I don't know if they're leaving notes for them there
Probably
either,
not.
so.
Well, do we have any measurement for that contract? Like, if they don't hit certain expectations, we can nullify it? I'm just.
Well, one
I
thing
can
is,
believe that.
We probably could, then we'd have to go out to bid again for it,
Okay.
so.
All right.
one
Let's
previous.
just try to get them to do a better
I
job.
can only imagine.
I mean, Cranberry can't dedicate our own sole source provider and say, this is who we're
No,
gonna use.
we can't. Okay,
$150,000.
Parks wants some signs.
parks, that's going in the capital.
Parks,
Okay,
we're on parks.
this increase in parks is for, out of parks, there's a line item where we pay for the pathway. CHA pays the taxes on the pathway.
Which pathways?
Village Park is the village.
From
Park.
Maple
Yes.
Avenue and.
Maybe
Yes.
we're at parks.
And then we reimburse them back for those real estate
Right.
taxes.
So are we saying it's going up this year?
It's going up because last year I paid, 5,200 for it, and I only budgeted, I forget what I put in.
We pay $5,200 in taxes.
No, wait, let me
so.
Yeah.
find it.
I think we should make it 10,000, we can pay ourselves back a little bit.
We've seen the only property in town that's actually increasing.
That's my point. Everything else went down, but the pathway went up?
That's no
Yes, 5,200.
Where's Steve? We need to assess.
Everything's getting assessed down, the pathway gets
Go
assessed.
up in value.
It goes, yeah, let me see. Parks.
Maybe we should have got it, but this is good point.
Yeah. I'm laughing out of concern.
No, amount used to date, yes. We paid them back for, I see why. We must have paid them back for 2012 in 13. Plus we paid 13s in 13. So it's doubled. That's what it
That was
is.
just that, but why is it up for 2014?
Well, now it doesn't have to be. I looked at what we spent for the whole year. But it's showing on here that part of it was for the year before. They must not have sent us the bill until 2013
Okay.
for 12.
Okay.
So the taxes are 3,402. That's what they were in 13.
Okay.
They are going to go up in 14. The tax rate goes up. The
Okay.
taxes go up.
Fair enough, that makes sense.
So
Not because its value went up.
no, the tax rate, I mean, and it's school, county, and municipal, so whatever the rate goes up, it's gonna go up. And so, it doesn't have to go up 2,200, it can go up probably 200. So instead of 3,350, I can do 35.
Okay. That sounds better.
Whose salary comes out of this?
Public Works, and Wendy Ward, the Park Secretary. Okay. All right, so, just brought this down. 2,000. Already got a drop.
Yeah.
We left it after lunch and cut the things that we did before lunch.
Yeah, there you go.
It worked for 10,000.
Take that.
Okay, back to,
Fireworks are staying the same.
yes, fireworks is staying the same.
Do we all agree?
We want to
Fireworks?
double, it was such a great show, we thought we just doubled the budget.
Everyone says that every year, because how great they
I
were.
want to consider it next year.
Are we all
That's a
agree with
great
that, we're
show.
gonna do the fireworks?
I think the fireworks add so much value to the businesses in town.
Yeah,
It's well for community.
It's something that I have a hard time cutting, and
Right.
it's, when we make those devastating cuts,
That's-
that's what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So,
we're good, they're good with that amount? I mean, let
that's
us
the
give us
amount,
what
that's the
that
amount you
amount
already
covers.
gave, yeah, that's the amount you gave, so that's
Is that what
okay.
changed?
They do an incredible
No,
job.
it hasn't changed in years, you're right.
They do a great job. It was wonderful last year.
It was.
Street lighting, that increase is due to, and I'm not sure when it's gonna happen,
You totally expect
so we might not necessarily need all of it this year. The
Beautification?
beautification and the bridge and the dam.
Oh.
It's the PSE&G, that's how much it's gonna cost.
Yeah, this is
We
a mention,
better have beautification this year.
this is a mention too, the bridge is essentially existing, except they're adding an additional utility type lighting, so it's not ornamental, so that's,
So we save on what we had before then.
right.
So this is our electric bill that we pay for street lighting. We forecast it to go up $19,000.
Six.
Am I looking at the wrong one?
6,000.
6,000.
Six.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong number.
Six
Yes, thank you.
So just those two sets of lights put our $6,000 a year?
Yep. Yeah, because we have, yeah, it's per month. Downtown is $441 a light, and there's 12 of them. And then the bridge, there's 6 of them, and it's $22.57. Now, understand why downtown is more, because we decided not to purchase outright the lights. We're leasing them.
Because we didn't have money.
Right.
And by leasing them, if anything happens to them, then we don't have to repair them.
Correct.
Right.
Well, we could have purchased them outright and still had them repair them. If we purchased them from PSE&G, it was too much money, we didn't have the money to do that. So, yeah, so that's what that comes up to.
Are there, just, I don't remember, are there electrical boxes on the lights?
There will not be.
There won't be, okay.
Mainly because then that fluctuates, anybody can plug into that and get electricity.
Then you have to.
You mean meters or
You
plugs?
have to have a
Well,
meter.
yeah, because when I was in another town that had it, they had the electric box, but there was no meter, it was still, it was a fixed fee per light. So that at Christmas time, they hung, the town wanted to hang wreaths on it, they could hang wreaths on it, they could do whatever they want, but the cost was.
We were told that,
still the same.
this is what Bill told us, that if we did that, we had to have a meter for each light. So then it.
Did we confer that with PSE&G though?
Do you have Bill confirm that again?
What, that you have to have a meter? Yeah, you have to have a meter.
But
We
that's what
talked
Bill
about that
said.
for downtown, too. I mean, for the bridge, too.
But that's what Bill said, that's what PSE&G
That's
said.
what PSE&G said.
Yeah, 'cause the other town was JCP&L, so maybe, so.
That's probably the difference.
Yeah, that's what Walter Ruff said when we met with him.
Right.
You have to, because otherwise people get free.
People just plug in and they're running extension cords to their houses and stuff.
We haven't noticed that downtown yet.
Yeah.
Actually, when I met with the Business Association this week, they asked about that, because apparently,
We originally thought.
they
we
have
would do
said
that.
that in Heinzville, the light stations have plug available, and that they use it for Christmas lighting and stuff. Jason wanted to know why we couldn't.
We have JCP now, right?
I guess that's the answer.
In Heinz now.
JCP now.
Of course, now I lose a lot now. On my phone, I get
That's true.
notifications every day.
Oh, yeah.
Power outage, JCP.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it?
Oh,
So
my
I'm amazed, yeah.
Yeah.
Monroe, always that.
All the
I
time.
don't want to do it, I live in Hightstown and I don't have power
Electricity,
outages.
It's unfortunate that we can't, because I know in the beginning we thought we could, and we talked to the business association about it, and we thought that would maybe be wonderful. Year-round decorations would be good, but, we would require metering, require them to read the meters, and we have to have extra conduits and boxes.
Then again, Walter Ruff didn't always give us the most accurate information. I guess we could check with him
Do you
again,
want to double check one more time?
because we did have some issues with the lights with him, so.
It would be great if we could have it.
Actually, they had another request. They're apparently trying to raise money for new Christmas decorations.
Okay.
And they're approaching, community groups here in town to see if they will kick in. But they're asking what the town may make contributions for this. They're thinking about 10 grand in total. They're wondering if the town
I don't,
could make up some of that.
can we do that? Because we couldn't do that with other entities that put on us.
No, you can't.
Well, I'm sure as a governing body, we can buy decorations.
We can buy the,
Right.
have Jerry put them on.
But, unfortunately, that's something that I would just say that we need to find some way to
Would be
donate.
nice to have, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
They look beautiful, but we just can't grow them.
We can, yeah, we can
Good
do it.
conscience with what we're looking at.
And we really appreciate everything they're doing
Yeah.
to do that. Because they were, dismissed this year, there wasn't any decorations.
My husband said, hey, what happened to them?
Well, the original thought was be that the new lights would be out, that they could use them,
Right.
if you done by this holiday, so they got rid of that, because it was a little weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just gonna work this year. The luminaries, they're beautiful.
And I have somebody that, you know, with the Christmas tree that Jerry puts up, that wants to work with Jerry on that, so we might be next Christmas.
Okay.
Okay.
Board, those are not up, are they on, still on?
Telephone's up, 14.
Telephone is up 1455.
Is there any reason?
We have new phones. New phones in the building, so the lease on those is included in there.
Are they working?
Terrible.
Terrible.
We
Terrible.
may not be leasing them again next year if they don't get their act together.
Sorry about that.
What's not working?
Well, the problem, first of all, I have a problem with my phone. Several times, no phone at all, blah, blah, blah. They finally came out, gave me, should we send you a new phone or should we come check? I said, you should come check and bring a new phone with you. How about that? They finally did, they came out, they changed out the phone, they plugged into a different port in the back, because it goes to our network, I guess.
Right.
That's fine, but now my network and computer are so slow, I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it. But the phone is working now. But we have, they go out a lot. Like the other
Intermittent
day,
throughout the day.
no service.
Just
It was
let
only
me
for
serve.
10 minutes, but why?
It's
That's,
the
and that's
inconvenience.
problematic for residents who try to reach out.
Right, because
Do they get a message when it goes out?
we don't know, because it's intermittent.
Probably not, probably just goes to voice.
Thursday, I lost my phone for 10 minutes,
Yeah, 10 minutes.
and then it came back on, but other people in the building didn't have it as well.
Well, so it hurts to have bad service and more money.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the outages are NSA related.
So, did Abdul have any recommendations, like on a switch or anything like that?
Abdul, he's not happy with the phone system
At all.
at all.
Because the vendor came in and pitched us on that, and it was saved us $20,000 in capital by doing it this way, going to the lease program.
I know.
And it actually lowered our monthly bill.
Well, I'm kind of happy that we are leasing them, because if we had bought those phones
Right.
today for bad, that would really have upset me.
So you think we got what we paid for, is that what you're saying?
So we'll have to see how the rest of the year goes.
Yeah.
Right.
Before we,
But for this year, we're sort of stuck on this contract.
yes.
Yes.
We're stuck on.
All right.
Moving on, Board of Rec.
Just quickly, so
Soon
we've
as
saved $39,000 for expenses this year?
Yep.
Mine, and so the sewer was the biggest contributor, about my guess.
Well, in operating, we did the capital.
All right, okay.
Why did our fuel go down so well?
Right.
I guess maybe the cost of fuel isn't
Oh.
going up, and Jerry had anticipated more last year, and he does it based on what was used, so I go by what he says.
Yeah, we used to be estimating $3 a gallon.
If he brought it down, he's usually pretty good with his estimates.
And through the collective that we have.
We were 22 down from what he budgeted for last year. For the president.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recreation?
what is-
Recreation did not go up. We combined senior center, which was human services last year, with recreation.
So it just looks like it went up.
Right, it just looks like it did, but it didn't. We just moved that line item into recreation, okay?
And that's why human services went down.
Yeah, human services is, yeah.
We don't have a human
Yeah,
service.
that's what, there's a line
Zero.
item minus
Right.
8.
Right, zero.
Here's a question, it's probably going to be a popular question to ask, but they've been charging fees. When we started in 2000, I guess the first budget meeting, I started at 2008. Rec was losing a lot of money.
Yes.
Being subsidized by the
Yes.
town. In 2009, it broke even, and now they have their rec trust, they went from zero to what, 120,000?
Not $100,000.
$100,000. So the question I have is, are we at the point now where rec, because they're collecting so many fees, and people are used to now paying those fees, which has built up that trust,
Do they need
do
it?
they need us to really be subsidizing this much money?
And that is something I have on my list. Here's the thing though, if you're going to be doing incentives with the fire company and first aid to give them free camp, however many kids it may be, you may want to still subsidize part of the rec
Bless you.
to compensate for that.
take money from the rec budget and put it onto the.
Well, right, that's what I'm saying. It's where I put it, it doesn't matter, it's how do we balance it out?
Right now, it's in here twice.
Right, it's in here twice.
And again, the incentives for recruitment hasn't been decided, and how we're gonna incentivize hasn't been decided.
Also, I would not take out the $6,000 for the senior center. Which
No,
is,
the senior-
no one touched
no,
that.
no,
we need to
seniors-
leave that, because that's self-liquidating, you know.
Well,
costs
we don't
us
want to
money.
penalize them for doing a great
Right.
job financially and building.
Right, so there is a potential to take $22,750 out of rec. If you leave the $10,000 in fire for incentives, and then you can, if it's free rec camp, you can give that money back to rec for the camp.
What salaries are coming out of rec surplus?
Dawn.
Okay,
Ken does not, Ken comes out of the trust. You know, where it comes out of operating.
good,
Is
so
it
we
just
solved
camp
that problem.
counselors? Is the
Camp
counselor?
counselors come out of the trust.
So who's the second?
Dawn, board secretary. She's the only one who comes out of there.
Then the other thing to point out is, we had a meeting with Cranberry Plainsboro Little League about the C1 fields, and, they're willing to put in money. We may need to also find other funding sources, and rec may be one of those
One of
funding
them.
And the
sources.
C1 fields are which ones?
The baseball field in the
Village
park.
Park.
So, that trust fund can be used for things like that as well. If that project costs X and CCOG can only contribute Y, there's an opportunity there for them to fund those things. So let's think through everything we're gonna do with these monies, just not say, oh, let's cut.
So is rec self-funding now then? So they function off of their own fees aside from what the township is providing?
They could.
They could.
Right now,
Oh.
with what's in their trust fund. They could.
But would they draw that down and in 4 years it broke?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
could be, it depends. It could happen.
I mean,
And
the
then
way
they
that-
have to watch what they're spending, basically.
But the way that they're getting that $120,000 is they've been operating on a positive balance.
Right.
So there's some happy medium between what we're contributing and what they're charging to.
And what's the dollar amount we're saying is a happy medium?
Well, there would be, as for their budget, if we left in salaries for Dawn, and we left in, the senior center, then it's $22,750 that we just hand them to subsidize the programs. Summer camp, food pantry, and donations they give out to various entities. That could come out of their trust. But I would then strongly suggest that if we give free rec camp to the fire and first aid, that you put money back in.
Well, this,
Right.
so if we're gonna go down this road, and we're gonna start giving out free anything, that will be a separate line item budget under the fire that's gonna
Right.
pay for that, okay?
Right.
We're not gonna backdoor it direct, because it has to be transparent in the budget.
Right.
That's
Does
just.
rec know that we may be doing this cut to them?
No, they have no idea. So we need
Till
to
right
bring
now.
that.
Till right now.
Well, I would say that someone should be alerted to, and then they can at least try to counterpoint what maybe we're
I
going to do.
think,
Glenn, you're the liaison to rec, right? Can you talk to them about this?
Oh, yeah, we can. Bring
I'm
it in.
Dan,
Yeah, that's fine.
the one thing I would say is we should be careful with funds being spent on the Little League fields, because I'm hearing a lot of parents that have kids that don't play Little League saying that they're really annoyed that during baseball season, they can't get onto the fields to use the field because they're so booked with Little League.
I don't know, there's Little League, baseball's.
We
big in
bring
this
fees
town.
in from that.
Baseball's really big in this town, it's.
It is, but there's,
A lot of our kids. play
a lot of our kids do it, but the township committees were always they always try to strike a balance between the kids that don't play in Little League and the kids that do play in Little League, being able to use the fields. And
You
we've
said
gone
that
to,
they're going to contribute to that cost.
we've gone to a position now where it's mostly kids in Little League that are using the fields. And I know last year I had at least 3 fathers grab me at different times saying they were playing pickup games and the Little League came in after school and said, we have the field reserved. So 3 separate parents that I don't think know each other telling me this. So there is a sentiment which we have to be aware of, that they're saying we pay taxes here too, and we should have equal rights to these fields.
Well, but he's.
And they have to reserve them and pay a
Let's
fee,
do it.
unfortunately.
Well, that's the problem, is, we have to just be cognizant of the fact that.
I mean, it's the same thing with soccer, when the soccer tournaments go on, and they reserve.
Yeah, but they're not every single day of the week.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So we just, there doesn't seem to ever be an open field.
Doesn't Cranberry kids playing next to?
But not all the Cranberry kids play, that's the problem.
No, not all Cranberry kids play baseball.
Right. But there are kids that aren't in Little League that want to play pickup games that don't seem to have that option because the fields are all in use
Okay.
during a certain period of the year.
Well, that's a usage issue, that's not a budget.
That's not a budget issue.
No, but what I'm saying is if we then now funding improvements to the field, be aware that the same people that are saying we can't use, during the spring, we can't use the fields.
Well, I mean, that was the point you were making, that the
Yeah,
money is
it's the
coming
Little League
in.
We're not paying-
Trust.
we're not
I know,
paying-
but people are gonna see the rec board as town, and we just have to be cognizant of that issue.
But part of what the rec does is they charge fees, so the fees go back to the fields, that's the whole idea here, so that's how the money is raised to maintain.
That's why there are fields.
No, I understand that, I'm just saying, be aware what the perception could be, that we just have to manage that perception.
Okay,
Okay.
moving on then, so.
Okay,
So, what are we proposing to cut from rec? I'm not clear here.
How much money?
I think we need, I don't know what there is a cut to be had, I don't know what it is, I think we need Beth to come in and, just like we're asking the fire company the first day, I think we need Beth to come in for us to then find out what that happy medium fees that they charge, and what we can support.
Okay.
the most it could be is $22,750. That's the most we could cut from now.
So some number we want to cut. So we want Beth to come in and justify the budget, is what we want. Okay.
Well, it's 20.
Well,
That was less expected.
So you're saying this is.
No, we're not gonna go that, because we're gonna leave it senior.
okay, seniors, we can't.
We're gonna leave it senior and salaries.
The insurance goes up.
Insurance, yes, insurance went up, general liability insurance went up. But workers' comp went down, so actually it didn't go up by that much overall.
Group insurance went down.
Went down, yeah.
What's that negative there?
This is the, next page, affordable housing, this is the one you guys need to really look at. Because this is where we could save some money. But it's gonna be up to you whether you think affordable housing is gonna ramp up again and whether we need all the money that the professionals have asked for in affordable housing.
So they've asked for
Let's go back to, there's an affordable housing tab.
$70,000.
Yep.
The problem is, I don't think we need, my own view is we don't need the money, the problem is if we cut it, to Dan's point earlier about a 2% cap, and we also have a year with a big expense, where do we find money from?
And I went back and looked at how much we spent in the years where we were going through big affordable housing. I think Dan, you said that was like in 2008.
Yeah.
2009. So in 2008, we spent $75,000 on affordable
So
housing.
we were actively involved.
Yeah, that was my question.
In 2009, we spent $35,000.
So,
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be spending, I don't think we're gonna be anywhere near $75,000 in 2014, but the question is, does our budget support us adding $75,000
Yeah,
in 2014?
I don't know how to forecast it, we're due in February for this interpretation of the Supreme Court ruling. And I don't know if it, comes back as we're in great shape and we just keep trucking along, or we suddenly have a lot of activity. I don't
Yeah,
know what
well,
to do.
the only way I would measure that is that Cranberry already is almost 9% existing, housing inventory is affordable. You can go to almost any other town, nowhere close if at all. So I would say even with the February decision that we're already going to be compliant on a level that would be assessed for 14, and my guess is 15 as well. The only thing I would say is there may be a legal component, but it won't be because we're not compliant. And that's the only thing I would say is the caveat. I would say go back to the, if the most expensive year was 75, and then they're asking what now, 70? I would take that down to like 55.
That's what I thought, Robert.
We will know in February,
Supposedly.
so we'll know before we finalize this budget.
So we could make a final tweak, we could do
Yeah.
55
Do a
now.
final to 255, and then if we find in
That's
February
smart.
that we're behind the ball.
We could always increase it. Yeah, we have time.
Now, remember, you can kind of use too, the indication is it's going back to Mount Laurel too, and we're basically compliant with that, so.
Because I anticipated taking 20,000 out of it. That's what I thought.
So taking it down to what?
Taking them down 20,000.
49?
49?
So,
Okay.
You would make it 55 or just taking 20 off?
You said 40.
I don't see
no,
75.
I don't, what are you looking at? 2014, 104,470 is the expenses, we're gonna take it down 20,000. So we're gonna take it down to
Well, I was looking at total
84,470.
affordable housing,
Right,
the budget increase was 69,097.
right.
Right, but you have to look at this year's budget, what we asked for. So take that 104,470 down to 84,470.
Oh.
Take it down 20,000. That's what we said we were doing.
Oh, I see what you're saying, okay.
What are we paying CHA for in administrative costs?
That's in our contract with them, for them to administer our affordable housing. There's a set fee every month, plus any mailings they send out for applications.
Basically, our landlord.
Okay, so that was affordable housing. Minimum project, that's salaries, so don't look
What's
at
this,
that.
this particular LoSAP piece? Didn't we?
That's that's low SAP. That's up
Discuss that
64.96.
somewhere else?
We talked about it.
We were talking about under fire.
We talked about it on the agenda, not going through here.
Okay.
Yes.
So since we decided to go with.
Right, it's us. Library, that's beyond our control, mandated, that increase has to happen.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
On the library, and I'm probably going to get everything shot by multiple factions.
Since you're the library.
But since I'm a lot of years liaison, I might as well make my enemies now. It's going up because of the way the state formula is.
It's based on equalized value, and equalized value went up.
Right. So, does it make sense to have a discussion with the library stating to them, can they refund this portion? We still funded the 49.5 last year, but since the whole value of the town has gone down and we're in a tough budget, it'd be great on their behalf, and a great little
You
gesture.
can ask them, but this appropriation has to be in the budget. You can ask them, and they
I'm
can
happy to
give
have that
surplus
discussion.
back to
I'll
us.
support it.
They can give
I don't
back
want to do
to
that unless
us.
the township committee supports me having that.
What is exactly what you want to ask them?
For the delta from last year to this year, the return to the township.
And they're going to come back to you with,
Specific to the foundation.
right, and you were paying us a lot more money 5 years ago, so you're already saving money. It went down, and it just happened, it went down a lot. Last year, it went from 520, I don't have, but it went down. It was 500 and something, and then it went down to 495, now it's back up to 522. So you can ask, the camera to ask, I'm just telling you, I have to put in the 522, 1 and
Yeah,
2.
but, I mean, if the township committee agrees, I'm happy to have that conversation with them, because
And 1 year they did give us
they
money.
give us money back. I mean, it's a good public will gesture on their part.
You can have a conversation with them. I think since it's at the same time they are trying to raise funds, it's going to be a difficult conversation.
Yeah, oh, no, because they're gonna look at this as an extra $27,000 into the foundation.
Right.
Yeah. I would say,
But go ahead and have a conversation.
So, all right.
I support you having that, absolutely. It's a fair, valid, open conversation.
Share the pain.
Okay, grants are only if we get them, so we got a bunch last year that are showing in here. Well, I'm sure we'll get more throughout the year, but right now, the only grant that I know of to put in the budget is Municipal Alliance. The amount of money that they are getting from the county is 55, 48, 52, and we have to match that. So you'll see that there.
Yeah, and I just want to make a comment. I mean, in the past, I questioned Municipal Alliance. Like, considering the stuff that we've seen a lot over the last year with drugs and alcohol in this town and things are, I think it's probably a good idea to keep the Municipal Alliance fully funded.
I agree. I think they deserve, we've cut them before. I think it's an important function.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they're gonna say drugs and alcohol, the problems are up. Got 'em. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't have an issue with their budget.
we have some level of obligations.
Okay, so the next page is shared services. These are contractual. There was an increase in 911. They had not had an increase since they actually were decreased when we negotiated with them several years ago. They asked for an increase. They are very happy with that the
Okay.
last couple of years, he's
All
good.
right.
Yep. Same thing, county health contracts, it's not negotiable, that is up there.
Can I just something on recycling, just so I know?
Sure.
I know that we get money for the amount of material that we recycle, right? And that's what we get when we put out the
Recycle
curb.
tonnage grant.
Based on the tonnage grant we put on the curb. Do we get anything from Budget? If there's metals and?
I think that's included in there, Linda reports it to them, so yes,
Okay.
yes.
That's a nice amount of money, and it's that people really do recycle here.
Mhm.
It's really, it's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Denise, you have budget 28,000 last year, 2014, 37.5, you got a 0 for increase. Why is that?
No, that's expended, 28.4. You're looking at expended, I had a
Oh,
budget of
sorry.
37.5, yeah,
Okay,
yep,
My fault.
no problem.
Just real quick, on the animal control contract,
Yes.
is that, how's that defined? Is that
It's-
defined by how often they have to come and get it?
Oh, there's a monthly fee, which is set.
I didn't want to say body count.
That's Jerry's job, this is the live one.
There's a monthly fee, which is set, and we had, I think, a 2 or 3 year contract with them, and each year, the monthly fee went up in slight increments, so
Okay.
there's an increase in that. And then it is based on how many animals they have to come and get, and how long they have to house them.
And you may want to let Jerry know that there's been a dead fox about 4 days out of Pembroke Road, the middle of the road.
So it keeps getting bigger.
Well, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
so
It actually-
yeah.
it actually started, it was funny, Gracie was upset the first time, and now she goes, every time I go back, she goes, that fox got smushed even more.
He's
So I'm
sleeping.
feeling.
Soon you won't even see it.
Exactly, so I feel like
Just
I'm,
tell her that the fox is sleeping, that's all.
well, my worry is that now I'm breeding a serial killer, because she went from being upset to now being, well, it's smushed even more.
Yeah. Court, you don't mind court, I change the amount based on the prior year, depending on how many tickets they issue, what revenue we get in, and what we pay out.
Could you just hear us on that one?
Yeah, no, that's based on revenue, it's based on revenue. Okay, capital improvement fund, and this is, I let Susan know, capital improvement fund is based on the amount of capital money we think we're going to be spending. We need a 5% down payment that comes out of the capital improvement fund. In looking at our capital plan again yesterday, there was a line item in there for land acquisition that's gonna get pushed to the following year because I'm not sure it's ever going to happen. We're gonna move it. And that was a big chunk of the capital, and so because of that, I feel that I can do with 25,000 instead of the 55,000, so that's gonna be cut right away.